Hi everyone, today I'm here to talk about The Shining Girls by Lauren Beukes. Sorry if I pronounced that last name wrong, but she is a South African author, and this is the first book of hers that I've read, and based on this, I will be reading a lot more of her books because The Shining Girls was amazing. I devoured this book. It sounds a bit silly when I say what it's about, but it's so well written and everything comes together and blends so well that literally at the end, when it comes full circle, my mind was like blown. Like literally, I was like, oh my gosh, that was so good. Holy crap. Like, whoa. So, that being said, it's about a serial killer that is able to travel through time, and therefore it's way harder to catch him because he's from the 1930s, but he jumps forward in time. And so, of course, they don't have his DNA, they don't have his fingerprints, they don't exist because he's from 1930. And so it kind of sounds a little bit silly, but it works so well. And it's called The Shining Girls because the killer is attracted to these girls that shine to him, and he has this urge to kill him, and he finds them in their own time periods because they shine and because he's pulled towards them and has this deep urge that he has to like take that shine. And so it was really good, and the premise of the story is that one of the shining girls that he tries to kill actually survives his attack. And so she is the main character, the main girl in the story, trying to figure out who did this to her. And then, but it's just so well done because all the other girls as well who are killed by him, even though they're maybe only in one or two chapters, they each had their own character and they were each developed so well in that short span of time that I was upset and sad when each of them was killed in horrible ways because they were each people to me. And so I thought that was amazing that in such a short amount of time, in just a chapter or two, she could build up these characters so well. And at the end, it just comes full circle, like I said, and it just blows my mind, and it is so good. I would definitely suggest it. I might even buy it to read it again sometime in the future because I read it in 2 or 3 days and it was just so amazing. Wow, totally suggest it. So, writing is good, characterization is good. It's kind of thriller, but also mystery, and the serial killer's developed well. Everyone's developed well. I would just suggest it because I thought it was an amazing, so well written book. And because it's about time travel a little bit, serial killer that time travels. The question today is, what time period would you like to travel to if you could? And and if our immune systems were a problem, because we all know if we went back in time and drank like a sip of water, we'd all die from anything that was in the water. So pretend that wasn't an issue. What time period could you go back in time to? Mine would be ancient Egypt. Just because I want to see what that was like at the height. Like all the pyramids used to be painted, the temples were painted, sarcophagi, which I think is the plural of sarcophagus, they were all painted in these bright colors, and over time it's just faded and crumbled, and so we don't get to see what it was like in the day. And their craftsmanship is just so amazing. I have this ancient Egypt book, and it has this double page of Tutankhamun's mask, like just that huge gold and blue mask. And I used to stare at it for like literally half an hour as a kid because I was just mesmerized by its beauty. Like their craftsmanship was out of this world. I love it. So if I could go to any time, I would go to ancient Egypt and see what it was like during its heyday. So once again, though, this was The Shining Girls by Lauren Beukes. Definitely suggest, 10 stars, 2 thumbs up, 100% awesome. And if you like my book reviews, please hit subscribe. Also like down below and comment. If you could go to any time period and you weren't a horrible serial killer, because you shouldn't be a serial killer because that's bad and wrong, what time period would you go to? Thank you all for listening and have a great day.